Well, there were many highlights last season, but really the clash between Douglas White and Zach Purton really livened the joint up. I mean, a few years ago, Brett Preble really turned the screws on Douglas White. He looked some chance of going under, but White kicked back, and of course he was able to do it again last year. But boy, Purton really gave him a run for his money up till June. Yeah, in racing terms, Darren, it was a real stride-for-stride battle, wasn't it, through most of the season, and then Douglas White was just able to edge clear towards the end of it. But there's a good rivalry between them, and I'm sure it will continue, and it'll be another terrific battle, and one that I think punters can thrive on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was, well done to Douglas. It was certainly he seemed to just have that little bit more support towards the end of the season. I think Zach could muster, and the ability to ride light, I should say. But nonetheless, he deserved it, and it's going to be a great battle again this season. Well, let's hear now from Douglas White. Can he make it yet another Jockeys Premiership?
Welcome back, Douglas. Obviously looking forward to the new season and potentially number 14 for you. Excited about that prospect?
Oh, definitely. It's a prospect that drives me every year. It's going to be, gets tougher and tougher every year, but something that I look forward to and something I thoroughly enjoy.
Who do you see the main danger this year, or do you think it'll be a series of jockeys? Any new challenges on the horizon? I mean, slightly different makeup to the sort of the jockey ranks this term.
It's going to be interesting. There's a couple of new jockeys around, and it's going to be a lot more competitive all round, I think. Obviously, Zach's got a lot of support, and he knows the ins and outs of Hong Kong, so he's going to end up my main threat again. But having said that, there's some really young talent and really good riders around, and it's going to make it very interesting for all of us.
Some of the stock you've obviously got planned on riding in the season. Any horses in particular that you're really looking forward to getting back in association with?
Oh, there's a couple. I reckon All You Wish is going along in the right direction. He's done nothing wrong, and he's got an amazing turn of foot. So let's just hope that he can lift his game and improve a bit this season. And he should be heading for bigger and better things. Obviously, Glorious Days on his day. He gives you a fantastic feel and a great turn of foot. So yeah, there's a couple of John's younger ones like Luger. He gave me a nice feel, and he's a big, robust horse, and he could take the next step. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Luger looked good winning his second start, and of course All You Wish has had the benefit of a trial, and well, he could be a Derby horse for Dennis Ship. On the way he went that first season.
Yeah, he had a great first season, no doubt about that. I thought his trial was a little average, but I don't think he's much of a trialer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too alarmed by that, but
no.
Let's now hear from Douglas White's main rival in Zach Purton.
Well, last season I had a phenomenal season. Rode a lot of big race winners, rode a lot of winners, and done very well. So if I can have the same sort of season as I had last season, I'll be more than happy. But I feel like with a couple of new trainers here now, it might sort of spread the rides out a little bit amongst all the jockeys, and hopefully therefore I'll get a bit more of an opportunity. If that's the case, we'll try and push for the title. I was in there with a little bit of running for a while, but didn't quite have the backing to be able to win it. So hopefully this year's going to be a bit different.
You think the dynamic, like you said, with a few different trainers this season might just help you along a little bit, and you've also seemed to got some good solid support there behind you now?
Yeah, I do. I think the dynamics will change a little bit. Obviously I've done extremely well, and the trainers in the mornings are a lot more positive than what they were going into last season. So if that's anything to go by, I should get a lot more rides and have a little bit more of a pick, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. If I can pick and choose my rides just a little bit more, then that's going to be the difference. I think now I'm in a position to be able to win it, so I've just got to go through and do it.
What about horses in particular that you're looking forward to riding? You've got associated with a couple of nice ones, but we'll let you talk about them. Which ones are you looking forward to riding this term?
All of them. Anything that provides me with a winner. But obviously at the top end, Ambitious Dragon. Got some great memories on him. He's a phenomenal horse. Hopefully I can ride him all the way through again this season. Military Attack. We've seen what he's done in Singapore. Fantastic effort. They've got an ambitious program set out for him, and hopefully I can stay with him as well. And I've just got to try and work out what I'm going to do in the sprint races at this stage. Heading towards December, Frederick Engels probably looks like the horse that I'll be on, but Bobo Dragon, he's a promising horse. He's done everything right. He trialled during the week and trialled well again, so he's just got to find a few more lengths, and he might be competitive in those big races as well. But at the moment the sprinting ranks are quite thin, so it leaves the door open for an improving horse coming through. And then for a stayer, had a little bit of success on Dominant last season. Unfortunately, I won't be able to ride him at any stage in a race until he gets to the International. So we'll just have to see how that pans out. John mentioned the other morning, that's where he's going. Whether I'm on him or not, we'll just wait and see. There's a long way to go between now and then, and anything can happen.
A slightly more sombre note, you know, also you had a lot of association, a lot of success with Little Bridge. I understand he's retired now. What are your feelings on that? Obviously, he's been a special horse for you.
Yeah, very sad. You know, the whole time I've been here, he's probably been my favourite horse. In Hong Kong, he really helped take me to another level in a way. I was able to get on him nice and early in his Hong Kong career and basically rode him all the way through, so I had that connection with him and that affinity with him, and you wouldn't have found a nicer horse to do anything with. He had a beautiful nature, and I suppose that's probably what attracted me to him a lot as well, apart from his ability. But strung a few wins together and then capped it off with that memorable and great success at Royal Ascot. So he's always going to hold a soft spot in my heart, and I went out to Bees River during the week and said my goodbyes, gave him a bit of a pat, took a couple of photos, didn't shed a tear, but walked away quite sad. You know, it's the end of a road, but you know, that's unfortunately in this game, that happens. They don't go around forever.
Yeah, but still some great memories for the connection to hang on to for Little Bridge. I mean, that performance at Ascot that day was awesome.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a very memorable moment, not only for Zach, but also for connections in Hong Kong.
Certainly was.
Well, Zach had a lot of success last season for Dennis Ship, and you have to say that Zach was also a very integral part of that success. But what about the drama, Clint? Like, you've grown up in Hong Kong as a kid. Have you seen drama in a trainer's premiership, like it going down to the wire in the very last race of the season like this night?
Definitely not, and you couldn't have scripted it. And what an atmosphere! I mean, the buzz at Happy Valley. They you know, they didn't let any more people in.
This was like a rugby grand final.
It was exactly like that, if not more parochial. I mean, it was incredible, and the locals just were that pumped, Brett, that their man Dennis Ship had got up and won it. It was amazing scenes, and we could really feel it. It was just a real great vibe around the track.
Absolutely, as you say, I think they shut the gate at about race 4. The track was full, and you know, I actually went downstairs halfway through the running of the race, and I could feel the vibe building as the race progressed. It was a brilliant ride too by Ben So, who was under immense pressure, got the job done, and with about 50 to go, Dennis went up in the air, and obviously plenty of people joined him, and yeah, a very memorable moment for him.
He did give it a very good ride, didn't he?
He did, yes.
I think that was forgotten a lot as well, because everyone was, you know, so entrenched in the moment. But Ben, when Chadwick came around him at a critical point in the race and was going to hold him in, I thought he showed a lot of mettle, not to panic.
I think regardless of what happens in the future, Ben can always hang on to that moment and say, well, hey, I won Yip the Trainer's Premiership back in 2013.
And that's exactly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, let's hear from the man himself, Dennis Yip.
It's a very excited night. Until the last race, I don't believe it's happened in my life. Yeah, so it's an amazing night for me.
Given you had 69 winners last season, how do you think this season your stable will fare? Because obviously, you know, it's a lot of winners to have, and it's not easy to have 2 good seasons in a row. What are your prospects this season, you think?
I think I will keep trying, but in this moment I got a lot of the new horses join my stable. So I think next season I will also in fun. I'm very confident because all my new horses, I think some is very nice and very good potential. So I still very confident. I will doing very good.
I look forward to that. 2 horses we like a lot and the public like a lot. All You Wish and Garlic Boy. Can you tell us how those 2 horses? We saw All You Wish tonight. He trialled nicely.
Yes, but All You Wish, I think honestly for the long term he should stay longer. I think he's stay a lot. Now he win 14 a few times, but I think he should stay mile or 18 later on. And he also is very good horse. Everybody knows very good potential. So the Garlic Boy, I think the heart problem is we cover already. But unlucky, last week he hit the cannon bone. So I think I let him rest for 3 or 4 weeks time and then get back to work. I think he also, I think maybe on the next year he will back to the race. I think he will done very good.
So Dennis highlighting some of the runners he believes he will do well with this season, and you can't say that too many trainers are in the position to have their own designer gene brand. As I think we'd heard about this before with Dennis Ship. Well, there's the latest strides to commemorate the victory last year. 69.
Lucky for some.
Of course, that was 69 winners in the season, but I guess that's going to promote some talk in the nightclubs, isn't it?
We'll have to get a pair of those, won't we? They're quite baggy, I think. I've seen Dennis
Would they have
wearing
your
them.
size, Brett?
Oh, is that an insult?
No, just asking. I mean, Dennis was a jockey at one stage, wasn't he?
Yep, he was. I remember him riding too.
It won't be a problem then.
Interesting colours on the back left pocket. They look like Lucky Army's colours from the...
Well, red and
Trainer
gold,
Sydney, I guess.
and red and yellow. I mean, it's very. They all love those colours, don't they? So,
Yes.
very auspicious as far as the Chinese are concerned.
Well, I'm sure our two new trainers should do well, really, shouldn't they? We've got Benno Jung, who's been with John Size all the way, and Chris So, who's been with Casper Founds all the way. Two very dominant trainers in Hong Kong racing. So it's only logical to expect pretty high things out of both these gentlemen.
Yeah, I would think so, Darren. Yeah, they've both had great preparation, so to speak, to step into the big-time shoes. And looking at the stock they've got, Clint, they've both got fairly sizable stables.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think around 50 horses, both of them. So give or take, and they've got obviously more to come. But they've done exceptionally well picking up the numbers. And you're right, Darren. They've had the right sort of tutorage on the way through. So it's still they're out doing it on their own now. So it's a different ball game, but. They've certainly, I feel both of them will do well, you know, and we'll hear from them shortly, but I think both trainers have got a good chance.
Yeah, we'll go to a short break now on our pre-season special and hear from Chris So.
Chris, your first season training, congratulations firstly. How many horses do you have in the yard at the moment?
Today I have 49. Yeah, it's a good season. I don't expect that much, you know, since I get my license. But anyway, slowly pick up, and someone wants to try to support. I want to say thank you to them.
But what goals are you setting for yourself, Chris, or what are your expectations?
Actually, a lot of people asking me this question before, but actually, I want to try my best. You know, honestly, you know, I don't set any winners for me, but I just want to try to, you know, get some winner. For say thank you to some owner to support me when I'm the first season. That's what my plan, and try to make a horse can run a big race. That's my target in future. Yeah.
Any horses early in the season that you think from your yard that are worth following? We've asked a few different trainers. What about your stable? Anything in particular that you like the way the horse is working, or think it'll run well?
Long One Supreme, and I feel it's like a step faster, and I feel from transfer from Dennis Yip. I think it's just the rating. You know, I think should be all right. You know, they coming good. You know, everything is going sound. I think should be get a winner soon. I hope so.